Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got another deck profile for you guys today. This time I'm bringing back my 60 card Odd Eyes deck. I decided to go back, change a lot of things because the last time I did a 60 card Odd Eyes deck, it incorporated a lot of the Pendulum Magician engine, and the only problem with that, it was good that it turboed out Surge very effectively, in fact. But the only problem is I lacked negates and protection. So I went back, decided to change up some of my packages, some of my extenders, and yeah, I was able to like really come up with a cool strategy that makes Odd Eyes like a pretty good deck if you want to take it to a locals, maybe at a regional level if you feel like you can do better with it. But anyway, let me just show you what I got this time around. Now I am prepared to say that yes, the Endymion Pendulum deck, I'll definitely build that. I might try to build an Odd Eyes version of it because I heard Odd Eyes can be splashed in with Endymion Pendulum, and which the deck, well, the structure decks come out tomorrow technically, but if you go to an OTS store, you should be able to pick up 3 today. Anyway, starting off with, I got 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. This doubles battle damage when it engages in battle with a monster, and also if on its pendulum effect, it pops itself at the end phase, so you can search out any pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack. And that goes really well in tangent with Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, which if an Odd Eyes is destroyed, you get to special summon an Odd Eyes from your hand, deck, or graveyard. But that's only on the pendulum effect. But yeah, I'm going to go through this deck a little faster than usual just because this is 60 cards. Next, we got the 3 Persona. This is one of our first negates. Negates the effects of any special summon monster from the extra deck once per turn. 2 Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon, another level 7, but also does burn damage when engages in battle. And once per turn, when an attack is declared involving your face-up monster and an opponent's monster, if you have an Odd Eyes card in the other Pendulum Zone, you can make that monster gain a 1200 attack point. So it's a good way to power boost your monsters when this card is in your Pendulum Zone. 1 or 2 copies of Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon. I don't necessarily like this card too much, but I just use it because the fact that it can give your Odd Eyes card some protection for a turn. So like the first time your Odd Eyes monsters would be destroyed by battle or card effects, it is not destroyed. So that's the only real key merit of Mirage Dragon. First, 1/1 Odd Eyes Dissolver Fusions and Odd Eyes Synchron because it's a tuner, so you might as well just make good use of the Synchro Summoning method. Alright, next we go to our Supreme King package. We got 3 copies of Dark Worm. This searches out your gates, which we have 2 copies of, 2 zeros. And then lastly, 1 Destrudo, which is just a key extender because we do run cards like Borload Savage Dragon, F.A. Don Dragster, so Destrudo really helps with this strategy. And now we go to the Pen Magician package. We got Chronograph, which you set on your pendulum scale, have it pop itself to special summon Time Gazer Magician, or just set it in your pendulum scale, which comes to our next card, Time Gazer Magician. This card does become dead if you open up with it, so you always only just want to run the 1. So, and out of 60 cards, the chances of you opening with this are very slim, so that's why I decided to run it at 60. 1 Zanki Magician negates light attribute monsters once per turn. Oath Dragon Magician just helps you replenish your resources, so that's the only reason for him. 1 Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser. I don't like to run 3 because it's a once per duel effect, so I'd rather just, if I open up with it, great. If I don't, whatever. I got other ways to open up like really well and just get a good powerful board, and that's pretty much it. Alright, next for our Mythical Beast package, we got 2 Master Cerberus. Place this in the pendulum scale. As long as you have no other pendulums monster on the pendulum scale, you can pop itself, search out your Jackal King here, and then Jackal King kind of does the same thing. It pops itself to special summon Master Cerberus directly from your extra deck, so it's a really powerful card. I don't have any Garudas, so instead I'm playing this card instead, which I kind of like better. Mist Valley Apex Avian. Negates anything once per chain, and it just bounces itself back and destroys the card, negates and destroys the card that activated the effects of Apex Avian. Definitely good, and it's level 7, so that's one of the reasons why I feel like it's better. It's easy to pendulum summon, so you just pendulum summon any number of these, and you could just do multiple negates. So, yeah. Alright, so that's it for the monsters. Let's go ahead and move on to spells and traps, or just spells really, I don't run traps. 3 Spiral Foam Strikes. Searches, it's basically Rhoda, or you can just pop 1 card on the field, so you definitely want to search out your level 7 Odd Eyes as quickly as you can. 3 Sky Iris, protect your pendulum zones, and also helps you search out one of your Odd Ice cards if you pop a card on your side of the field, and you could just trigger an Odd Ice Arc Pendulum if you pop an Odd Ice. 2 Terraforming. 3 Call by Grave because, hand traps. And the fact that this is a 60 card deck, you got plenty of ways to get around hand traps fairly effectively. 2 Duelist Alliance. I was tempted to run a third, but I had to make room for these. 2 copies of Pendulum Paradox. Another good resource replenishment. So what this does is you target 2 face-up Pendulum monsters in your extra deck. As long as they have the same skill and 2 different names, you can add them back to your hand. So Pendulum Paradox is just a good way to lessen your options, or not lessen your options, but kind of give you better options to pendulum summon from your hand. That way you can make room from the extra deck to pendulum summon the cards that do matter. 3 Pot of Desires, just because I love drawing cards. Allure of Darkness, because I still love drawing cards. 3 Dragon Shrine, because I love dumping cards. And Foolish Barrel, because I love dumping even more cards. I know that was a dumb joke right there. And that's it for the main deck. Let's go and move on to extra deck. 1 Electromite, which even though it's at 1, it's still a really good card. And I'm surprised it's actually gone up in price. It's becoming a lot more expensive, probably because of the Endymion. Zephyra Metaltron, definitely want to get this out as quickly as you can. That will, whenever you go into Borreload Savage Dragon, you can bring back Electromite as equip material. 1 B-Cop, she's just really good and just requires 2 monsters. 1 Wee Witch's Apprentice. Pretty much our entire deck is dark attributes, so gives your monsters a power boost. 1 Saryuja helps you fix up your hand, just try to dig your deck for cards that you'll need more. 1 Borreload Dragon. F.A. Dawn Dragster, another negation. 1 Meteor Burst Dragon. Prevents your opponent from activating monster effects during the battle phase. Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Figured it's a lot better than regular Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Borreload Savage Dragon. Hey, guess what? More negation. Absolute Dragon. Flare Metal Dragon. Norito, Spell and Trap negation. Starving Venom. And then, of course, Vortex Dragon, because I love negation. Alright, so moving on to the side deck. On the side deck, whenever you're going second, you can definitely switch out some cards for some hand traps. So Ash Blossom's a good option. Ghost Ogre is a great option. Artifact Lancia, because the one card that could hinder us the most is probably evenly matched. So definitely want to run the Lancias. To deal with mirror match pendulum decks in general, or True Dracos, because True Dracos tend to punish you if you pop their cards. Just go with Cosmic Cyclone because you want to banish their cards, because Dragos just have a good pendulum matchup overall, not just Odd Ice specifically. And then lastly, Wavering Eyes. Again, Endymion Pendulum, the fact that it's a tier 1 strategy, this definitely help you out because you want to pop their scales too. So pop your scales, pop their scales, banish 1 card, add another copy of this card from your deck to your hand, and just burn your opponent for 500 points. So yeah, definitely a great card. So who knows, Wavering Eyes, I really wouldn't be surprised if it becomes relevant again. So yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys again on the next video.